The first sequence we shot for the movie for Common Ground was actually at Occupy London in front of St. Paul's Cathedral, uh, and that was terrifying. When you see the film, the clothes that I'm wearing, I was working for a big corporation, and I was playing hockey that morning to film. So those are my business clothes. That was my uniform, and the scene required, or what William asked me to do, was to go into Occupy London and pretend to be looking for my brother Wally, who of course is fictional. Uh, they were the most fantastic, the most receptive, most articulate people that I met in a long time. I was being, followed around by Tom Main with a camera, so they must have smelled that, I wasn't really looking for my brother. But part of the what we were attempting to do was uh, a naturalistic approach to the scene, but I didn't want to offend them at the same time. So there's actually a really good still of the picture where Shamrock, the lady who guided me around, because unfortunately there was a fucking Ollie in the in the camp. I was very fortunate in that he wasn't there that morning because obviously he wouldn't have been my brother. Um, but cup of tea and pork pie, and there's a fabulous still of me looking like some sort of 50s PI walking around with my tie in the wind eating a pork pie. I have a great deal of respect for the people who organized Occupy London. They were amazing. Um, then what? Those funny bits. The fact that my family was involved in the filming was incredible. So there was a scene of my son, who was I think 4 at the time, running into the bedroom, just ignoring the fact that we have all these lights and treads and people everywhere, and he just runs in and goes, "I'm awake! I'm awake! I'm awake!" and just jumps into bed. And you know, it's a memory to cherish. The I think perhaps we did a sequence where our producer Andrew pretended to interview people about the upcoming Olympics in London, and whenever he was interviewing them, my character or I would walk past, and the camera clicks. Um, Andrew is a hugely, hugely charismatic boy, and these people couldn't believe how rude I was. As I walked right in between them and the camera, and it worked really, really well. Among other things, I think the movie is a love story about London, about our lives in London, and visually, the scenes of Canary Wharf, the night scenes of the river. Um, it's, it's lyrical uh, about what London can be. Uh, I was privileged to work with some really trained people. So Al Treble, Laura Murray, uh, were amazing, just amazing. And then of course, well, William and Tom, who trained me in a previous movie, uh, were incredibly patient. And the fact that I can cry on cue freaked out my kids when I was filming. Really, they didn't know I could do that, and my then wife didn't know I could do that either. So uh, it was probably a bit of it's probably something I should have kept for myself. But it's visually, I think it's a beautiful film. and the story is complicated. But you know, William had a point to make, and I was happy to help him make it.